Hey parents, high school parents specifically, this is some information for you regarding Wednesday nights for the Hub Student Ministry. There's a lot going on, and man, I'll tell you, been here 3.5 years and love your students, and I'm so glad to be a part of their lives. And so thank you for trusting us with them. Hey, I'll tell you something, just a little bit that's going on in our hearts when it comes to Wednesday night times with high schoolers. High school ministry here at the Loop campus, getting here is difficult. We understand that. We know that traffic is something that can keep you guys from being here on a Wednesday night, can keep high schoolers. Sports is another thing with the school and the academics, and just there's so many reasons that Wednesday nights on our campus are difficult. That said, we do have a great number that do show up now. So I want to pitch something to you, let you guys hear something new that's going to be happening. Let Spencer talk a little bit about it as well. We're starting something for high schoolers called the 7-7. And what that's standing for is the zip code for Houston. All of the zip codes around Houston area start with 7-7, and then it goes into something else. And so here's what we're looking to do. We're looking to take high schoolers and meet in homes around the community. If you live in Katy, it's difficult to get here. If you live inside the Loop, it can be difficult to get here. If you live outside in a JV area or wherever you live, it can be difficult to make it to the churches. So the vision behind this is us having these 7-7 homes located in places where students can actually get to a group, get to a place that they can find fellowship and community. Can I tell you something? One of the hardest things and biggest struggles that we have here in student ministry is just community. We get to see each other once a week on Sundays most of the time, and some we do get to see on Wednesdays, but there are a lot of students in our ministry that we don't get to touch base with throughout the week because they just can't get here. And so we're trying to find ways to actually multiply ourselves and get out where we take away the problems and the issues and reasons or excuses for not being a part and really making it more convenient for them. We also understand that your students, your high school students, probably have friends outside of just church friends. And that is awesome and so good. They're on different school campuses and different places, and that is incredible. What we would love to do is get to know their friends as well. Find ways to encourage them. Find ways for your students to feel like they can invite a friend into something. What better way to invite somebody to something than into a home? Sitting on a couch, throwing a football around in the yard, having food together, hanging out. Those are things that I know I'm drawn to. I think we all are. We're all drawn to community. But sometimes community is difficult to have because of just location. And so what we're trying to do here in the high school ministry is just find ways to take those things away. And so this is brand new. We understand that this may throw some some kinks into things for people, and we understand that, but we're also trying to smooth those things out. And so we're going to also have a group that will meet here at the church every week. So that's not something that will all of a sudden just go away, but we will begin to strategically place homes around the area so that students can meet. And so that's going to be starting here in the fall, just a few weeks. I'll let Spencer tell you about that. And then in the spring is when we're really going to kick that off. But Spencer, tell them kind of the rest of the idea for this fall.
All right, so we've got a couple weeks left here, left in this semester. And so November 1st is going to be our first launch of this. We will be meeting in the Mays home, James and Mackenzie Mays, and they live close to the church area. And we will meet over there, we'll have dinner, we will have Bible study and just fellowship and hang out and show everybody kind of what this looks like and model it out so that people can get the vision as well. And for the remaining Wednesday nights we're up here at the church, we're doing something a little bit different as well. We're meeting out by the couches in a circle, just able to kind of bounce ideas off each other, talk, and have Bible study in a more comfortable setting that hopefully people can bring their friends to. So I think it's going to be a big thing, and we need everybody on board for this.
Yeah, for sure. Change is hard. Change can be difficult for everyone. We understand that. But really and truly, for the last 3.5 years, I am a circles guy. I love circles. I love the idea of meeting on couches and being together. And a lot of the things that we have begin around more rows. You know, you have rows where people sit and listen. And I think your students want some of that time to just talk and to be together and to open up God's Word in that setting. Some of the big things I want you to hear again. It is a change. We're moving to homes for high schools on Wednesday nights. That's really going to kick off here November 1st, as Spencer said, for just 3 weeks. We're going to do it in November just to let your students see what it looks like and feels like for them. So we're doing one close by. We will also November 1st have something here at the church too. So there's two options. There will be one at the church and one in a home. Okay, so understand that. In the spring, I guess January, when we come back in January, we will begin to do this for the entire spring semester in homes. And we still will have one in the church, but we'll hopefully have a couple of homes. And the idea is it's not a small group. This isn't a small group of 5 kids hanging out. We envision 30 to 40 kids in homes hanging out together. This is not something that's a grow and just you're all just inclusive. Instead, this is an open invitation to anybody to come. It's an easy thing for your friends to invite. It's also student-led. That's another huge part of this. We want your students leading this. So if your students wanting to lead in some way, they now get to have a curriculum that they get to open up and teach God's Word and study it for themselves and really have that fellowship and welcome others. Big things, a lot of questions I'm sure that you may still have. We're going to continue to give more information, so don't worry and feel like, oh my goodness, what's going on? You're going to get more information than just this one video email, but at least see our faces and know that, hear the inflection in our voices, hear these things rather than just an email written out that you may delete. Instead, hear this and then take the bullets or the points from this, and then we can begin a discussion that really matters so that you can hear all of these things. Get your students involved. Have your high schoolers come November 1st to see what it's like. Help them catch the vision for what it's going to be like. We're excited about this. There are some needs that we have. So if you want to be a part of that, there's going to be an application process for that for families. It's not something we're just going to say, oh, your house and your... No. If you want to be a part, there will be many ways for families, for you as an adult or parent to be a part of this as well. And so hopefully you're catching the vision for this. Sitting on couches, 30, 40 kids, hanging out together, piling in a living room, Bibles open, students leading it. In areas and communities that they can actually get to. So after practices, those types of things. We think it's going to be big. We're excited about it. The students that we've had a chance to talk to, we opened it up to all of them last Wednesday night, just that were here, and they loved it. And so we're excited to see what God's going to do. So jump on board with us, get behind us in this thing, and let's see what God does in our students' lives.